Hey everyone, it's that time again. Welcome back to the Paddle Talk podcast, brought to you by World Sand Drag News. Got a great show for you tonight, going over all things Dome Valley results from their race number one of the 2026 season. Joining me tonight, West Coast correspondent Caleb Mings, plus possibly special guest at the Mings household. Also, Mr. 450 Joseph Weaver and Mr. Top Alcohol Small Block Eric Hickey with matching hats. I'm disturbed and impressed at the same time. I really don't know what to say. But anyway, let's get right to it. This episode of Paddle Talk, just like every episode, brought to you by our friends at Racing in the Dirt from Cleveland, Wisconsin. And trust me when I say it's cold up there this week. Don't ask me how I know. Parts, equipment, apparel, on-site welding and fabrication, all services offered by our friends at Racing in the Dirt. From components such as brake kits, hat kits, wheelie bars, you name it, to rolling chassis, all the way up to turnkey race cars, they are ready to take your race program to new heights in 2026. So give them a call today. Area code 920-693-2000. That's area code 920-693-2000. Also, you can find them on Facebook at Racing in the Dirt, or find them the old-fashioned way on the web at racinginthedirt.com. That's racinginthedirt.com and the UPS Daily.
We also want to thank Silverback Off-Road Speedway, located in Mears, Michigan. This is a premier sand drag, UTV short course, and hill climb facility located in just outside the Silver Lake Sand Dunes. They've got a great 2026 season with expanded program for the short course racing, more sand drag racing action, and their annual hill climb coming at you. You can check out their full schedule on their social media or visit them online at silverbackspeedway.com. And if you want to give them a call on season tickets, that's area code 231-629-6379. That's 231-629-6379. Once again, silverbackspeedway.com.
And if you're headed up to Silverback Off-Road Speedway for a race this summer, you're going to want to stop in at Silverback Off-Road Rentals. Whether you want to go on a day trip, a sunset cruise, or just a ride around the Silver Lake Sand Dunes, Silverback Off-Road Rentals can put you behind the wheel of a premium off-road rental so you don't have to take your daily driver up on the dunes. So why take the risk and not be able to make it back home? Because we've all seen people do it. Silverback Off-Road Rentals, your number one place for off-road rentals in the Silver Lake area. Located just downtown Silver Lake, right by the entrance to the dunes. Contact them today. They are open April through October and ready to put you behind the wheel of a great off-road rental. That's Silverback Off-Road Rentals.
And last but not least, we want to thank 3-1 Go Life. That's the number 3 ONEGO -life on YouTube. 3-1 Go Life will follow along with Doug Van Lett and his crew. So they do some trucking and racing, talking about all of their adventures, especially right now with the inclement weather hitting Michigan. Probably a little bit more on the truck repair and some shop talk right now at 3-1 Go Life as they work on all of their top alcohol and top eliminator race cars there in the shop. So hit them up at 3-1 Go Life. You can also check out their podcast, The Dirt, on that channel as well. That's 3-1 Go Life.
Fantastic. All right. So we're moving on to the results section of the Dome Valley Raceway Winter Shootout that was held, January 16 through 18, a couple weekends ago. Joseph Weaver and our buddy Eric Hickey. Well, not Joey's not our buddy too, but you know what I mean. Both were on site as well as Caleb Mings. So I'm going to let you guys kind of carry this a little bit, and I'll pipe in with some of the results and stuff. But gentlemen, great to have you and your hats on tonight. And hey, let's get right to it. So how did Dome go for everybody?
It went pretty good for me. Not so great for Joey. And you can make fun of our hats, but we're out in the Wild West and we're representing for the West here pretty soon. So got to have our cowboy hats.
Now I don't know. What do the East Coast guys even bring to the table at that point? I mean, if you guys are going
pilgrim
straight to
hats.
the Wild West hats,
Pilgrim hats.
party hats.
Pilgrim hats, Isaac. Pilgrim hats.
hats.
Hey, it's going to turn into Cowboys and Indians real quick.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my gosh. Oh, the East meets West National Challenge is going to be completely unhinged. I have a feeling. I'm not sure Dome can contain it for 4 straight days. Just
And one day's only testing tune, so the other 3 days can be even worse.
oh my word. All
It's
right.
gonna be a fun time.
I wouldn't
Caleb,
say that
I'll
it was. I wouldn't
I'll
say it was
defer-
bad for me. I mean, we struggled with Eric's car. It would go about 45, 50 feet, and then it would decide it wanted to put the ass in the front.
Yeah.
That's usually not good.
No,
More so than usual, too.
more so than usual. Like it was good for about 40. And Eric can tell you, he was like, "Dude, this thing is going straight as an arrow." And then about 50 feet, it decided it wanted to try to go around in a circle.
Yeah. Yeah, that was usually the cars always just went left from the hit. And so when it left, I mean, everything kind of happened slow in the car, you know. I had time to even think like, holy crap, this thing's going straight for once. And then out of nowhere, it just left hard. And well, we had about an inch and a half more rollout on the left tire. They're old. They're like 15 years old. We have a new set coming now, finally. And also, the left tire was spinning on the rim a couple inches a pass, too. That wasn't helping us. So, what we ended up doing, we put about 4.5 pounds more in the left tire. And that's when we really started getting that thing to go straight. And then leaving
we'll
we
definitely have
left
to
in high
throw-
gear too, and that really settled down
We
the
changed
lawn.
that. Yeah, we just me and Eric and his dad decided let's leave in high gear just to see what it was going on. I feel like it was trying to put the ass in the front because it had so much tire speed, and then once it that thing shifts before the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
It probably shifts in the first 20, 25 feet, and it just there was so much wheel speed, and that car leaves. The car is shorter than most dragsters, which, as you can tell if you see it in person, Caleb can tell you, it's a good 6 to maybe
It's only 165 inch.
yeah. So everybody else was like just right
Good
down Broadway, and it just didn't make sense, and it was like,
But we
well,
were watching short cars. A lot of short cars were doing the same thing I was doing. Russ Bailey had some issues, kind of like I was doing. Tristan Graham almost hit the wall doing it.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
we'll have to throw in the video of the one pass that went really sideways for you, Eric, because like you're saying, it was definitely different than how that car normally does. And yeah, Tristan tried to personally give me a high five on the race course during that one pass. I was right there where I'm like, please don't hit the wall. I am right next to you. So thankfully he kept
I didn't
it
know
off
that
there.
was a competition to give you a high five. I would have given.
Well, you know, I don't want it to be a competition.
come on now.
But
I
yeah,
would say-
so I mean, we ended up getting it figured out. Q4, it did go left, but it was definitely manageable, drivable. I think it was like a 93 it ran or 92, something like that.
Yeah.
And then first round, the Battle of the Erics. He thinks he's Eric 1, Eric Brown, that is. And I think I'm Eric 1. So we settled that on the track, and turns out I'm Eric number 1 still. But that pass was phenomenal. I mean, I don't remember what it ran. I think that was a 90 something. But it like left, and then it kind of just slowly put the front wheels up in the air, and it hung them there for God, almost half track, if not further, and set them down. And that was the best, second best pass of the weekend. Then we go into the finals against Nick. Get the car up there, go to clear it out, and Joey sees me waving him. I had no throttle. The little ball for the quick connect on the hat stripped out. So he pushed it back in, Luckily, we were able to get the car staged, get on the trans brake. Nick left before the light, and it ran a 87 that pass. So we were getting back in the direction we needed to be. We can never get the dang thing to go faster than an 80 because we're always fighting qualifying until we get something figured out. So hopefully, we're not going to bring the car to February's race. I'm going to just bring the altered, just focus on getting that dialed in for top eliminator. So I'll have the new tires on new bead locks. So that should resolve that issue. And then we can focus on making the dang thing go fast. Because I keep getting lucky and I want to be competitive, not always running on luck, you know? So
Are you the most recent? And I'm trying to think, and only one name comes to mind, but are you the most recent small block top alcohol winner?
I believe so, yeah. I don't,
Been a
I don't,
minute, for sure.
I can't think of anyone with a true small block.
Do you mean like recent as in like what, like the last 5 years?
I'm talking like probably 20 years.
10.
Yeah,
I honestly, I don't even, hell, I don't even know as
I mean,
far as.
I was having problems coming up with a small block name before now, period.
All of them run top eliminator. So it's.
Mm.
You know?
look like so Jimmy DePass is my biggest help on that car. We were struggling with that car for so long. We took the motor down to him. He went through it. We did a blower swap. We had that Whipple 980 on there forever, and that's just too much blower. So we finally got the car lined out, and it was running 295s, pretty right on 295 there for a few races. And it just started going faster. It started running 80s, and we tried everything to slow the thing down, and it just didn't like it. So we just said, screw it. We're going to keep it in alcohol. Jimmy, myself, Joseph. I mean, we all know there's a consistent 70 in the car. I mean, we've even got crazy and think, maybe not consistently, but if everything aligns, there's a 60 in the car too. But everything has to align. I mean, it's a high 60. I ain't no low 60 car, but I definitely think we can run mid 70s in that thing, and that can compete. From everything I've watched, yeah, these alcohol cars, they'll run a 50, some 40s, but for the most part, they're right all there in the 70s on a consistent level. So if we can be right there, I could do my part on the tree. The car goes straight. We have a chance to actually be a really competitive, fierce car in alcohol. And I love doing it with a small block. So,
Not right. I love
hey,
watching.
a real small block, conventional head, small block.
Oh,
Yeah.
here we go.
That's the old stab at all. It's not really a stab at Farwick, but we all know Farwick's small block's not.
Hey, no, and I said on the last podcast, I barely know the guy, and
he's a good dude.
Yeah, he's a good dude. The little bit I have
Absolutely.
talked to him, and I'm just being funny and joking around. Don't kill me, buddy. Like, don't come kill me.
I'm not gonna lie. I love you both, you and Kyle. But if somehow the stars line up and some guy's at the back of the staging lanes and he magically makes the two of you end up next to each other in a qualifier, I will be live and everybody is going to know what time it is when that would be awesome.
Man. I'm definitely looking forward to that. I hope he can make it out for the East and West. I'm sure he is. He's traveled a few times out here. I'd love that. And then we could get a sticker for the car who has the fastest small block in sand.
Oh, hey, Q4. That's kind of what I'm hearing. Q4 East versus West. Farwick and Hickey.
Why are we waiting that long? What happened to 1, 2, or 3?
Off the trailer.
Off the trailer. Oh, I don't know if you're.
Hey, off the trailer, you guys both have about equal chance of actually making an A to B pass.
That's true. It would be interesting.
He's not much shorter than your car.
It would be like that race where me and Eric Brown ran every qualifier against each other, and it was back and forth. And anytime he beats me, I swear it's just on a technicality. I go too fast for the class or whatever. He's never beat. I mean, alcohol proved that I beat him.
Straight up.
Heads up deal. So,
Oh, I love it. This is going to be a great class. Congratulations, though, Eric. It was
I
great to
mean,
see that thing in the final.
off the trailer.
I'm super stoked for you.
I mean, if you want to, the last time Farwick's were at Dome, and it's nothing against anybody. He made two A to B passes, mind you. The two A to B passes, one of them was like a 68, and the other one was something else. So I mean, like you said, yeah, off the trailer. There might be some T-shirts, there might be some shoes, there might be some chones or whatever on the line. I don't know, but
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
like to bet T-shirts around here. When I
yeah,
beat Minor, that was our bet. He wanted to bet me like $10,000. I'm broke, so we did T-shirts.
hey, that man, as soon as they got down to the racetrack, that man took his shirt off,
Yeah,
and
right after his Hemi blew up on him, and
it didn't blow up. It blew both firewalls out of it. It caused some damage.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
so that was pretty. That was It just shows you the kind of guy he is, and he had a little side wager with my dad, and he paid up on that too. So the good people right there in that camp.
Absolutely.
For sure. All right, Caleb, you want to take us? So we've got Talbot all covered. Do you
Yep.
want to take the rest of our results, starting with the Pee-wees, maybe?
Yeah. Let's jump into Friday's action here. Since we've got Joey here, so we'll jump in there. The 450 index. Jared Fauché out there with
Yeah.
a new ride.
Yeah.
He took you
That-
down. What
Oh,
happened?
what happened?
Okay, so getting to Dome for me was not fun. Okay.
Oh,
I had two blowouts on the side of the road.
On the
About
trailer?
on the motorhome.
Oh, my.
Ooh.
On the back, on the passenger side rear. Both tires gone.
Oof.
Crap the bed. And I'm about halfway there. I'm in El Centro on 111. And so I get two tires put on my motorhome, and I get to freaking Sonny's cousin owns a mobile tire shop in Yuma. We were already changing tires when we were getting to Yuma. We were putting tires on the motorhome, but we didn't quite make it. So a 4.5, 5 hour drive turned into about 10 hours.
Yeesh.
I left my house at 10:15 California time, and I rolled into my parking spot at Dome at 10:15 Arizona time.
Oh, my word.
PM.
So, yeah. So I had no inclination that Fauché had bought that Jeep, which that Jeep belonged to Brian Chapman, correct, Caleb?
Brian Chapman had it, and then
Jose
Russ
Matus.
Wilkinson had
Yeah,
it before.
Russ would drive it. I think Russ
Russ
drove
would drive it.
And then he sold it to Jose Matus, or he's from
Yep.
Yuma. And then Friday morning, I seen Jared and Heath, and they're like, "Oh man, as fast as we can go is 425." And I'm like, "Dude, shut up." And I'm thinking, straight up, I'm thinking that because he told me he was squeezing Hellbreacher. I think that's what it's called.
Mhm.
The older Jeep. I thought he was squeezing that thing, and I'm like, "Dude, there's no way that big ass Jeep." He's, oh yeah, I only squeezed about 150, and I'm like, there's no way that Jeep went 150. So I had no clue that Fauché had bought in that Jeep. So when we rolled up for 450, he rolls up next to me, and I'm like, what in the hell? What? And he's laughing because he thinks it's funnier than shit. He ran 395 and he ran 450. Okay. So we get to the final, and as you all know, my Jeep runs 420s, so I'm a bagger, sandbagger. Okay, whatever. Here we are, not fast enough to run 395, so we run 450. uh, he's I think the fastest pass he made, he went like 410. So as you can imagine, both of us, we both let go, and it's nothing but I chip my car down to 3,000 RPM and plug it in high gear as soon as I let go of the button. And we're going down the racetrack, and it's him in front of me, I'm in front of him, he's in front of, it's back and forth, just down the racetrack. And I get down there and I grab a handful of brake, and Joey Weaver's an idiot because he grabbed a handful of brake, and that allowed him to go around me.
So you gave up the stripe, is what you're trying to say.
Pretty much. Here you go, bud. You can have it because I know your car runs 410, and I went 468. I think he went like 459 or some shit like that.
Oh gosh.
But it was a bunch of just I'm in front. Oh nope, I'm in front. No, I'm in front. No, I'm in front. Like, and then just the rest of the weekend for me was semifinals. The Gambler Friday night semifinals. Lost to Kinsey. I was one over. She was one over. For she was better on the tree. Sport one, I lost in the semis to Arnold Cox. I ripped it a couple times, but I was way too fast. Saturday night, Saturday night, yeah, a minute and 25-second burn down with Tata Garcia.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
It was
Oh,
a
yeah.
good one.
It was a good one. Too bad it was late at night because there wasn't a whole lot of spectators there. But after first round Saturday night, I had a feeling at some point me and Tata were going to race. And me and Tata go back and forth. And I'm pretty sure people on the property think that we do not like each other. But that's not the case. I talk shit to him, he talks shit to me. The whole DFS camp, I talk shit to them, they talk shit to me. Everything's just a bunch of come and get it. Well, from first to second round, I left my fans and my water pump on because as soon as I came back, I heard Tata screaming at the top of his lungs, "All right, Weaver, come and get it." Okay. All right. Well, when I pulled out, my car was 100 degrees. The crappy part about it is I only got about 3 gallons of fuel, and but my car runs on 91, and I only have a 750, so it's like a Prius.
I was waiting for one of you guys to run out of fuel, but they were motioning you guys to go in there.
So
They were yelling at Chris,
we
the
rolled in
starter,
there.
like, "Go in, go in."
Oh yeah, we rolled up there, turned both lights on. So one of Tata's friends has it on video. He turns the top light on at like 25 seconds or something like that, or 27.
Yeah, I got it down here. It's a minute and 15 burn down after you guys had the 2 bulbs lit.
So we're both sitting there, and I'm sitting there, looking over the steering wheel. Yep, we're about a 125. Sitting there staring at the stage beam. Look down. Oh, we're about 130. Okay, cool. 140. And then Chris, the starter guy, he comes running up in between us. Come on, like, get in there. Let's go. Get in there. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, look forward. Do not acknowledge him. Look out, side eye him, maybe, just so you see him, but just make sure he doesn't see you turn your head. Well, Tata did the same thing. He ran up there and he kind of side eyed him, but he turned his head just a slight bit. Come on, let's go. Get in there. And we're sitting there, and I'm at like 145. And I'm like, I got like 60 degrees to go. I could sit here. I could sit here all night, or not all night. I'm thinking to myself, I don't know, I might run out of gas, but I don't know. And Tata told me, so Tata rolls in, I roll in, we go down there. Tata rips it 3 times, and he breaks out by like 400 or something. And we come back to the stage lanes. And he goes, I only went in because I thought maybe they would disqualify both of us. That's the only reason why he went in. I was like, well, we could have sat there for another minute or two. Whatever. It was kind of like throwback to Johnny Belleville, Charlie Johnson burned down at Dome with Irwin running that race.
I was thinking
Oh, yeah.
Charlie and I believe Tommy at Prim that time.
Oh, yeah. That
Charlie
was right
said coming out of staging, stopped and told me, I'm not going in first. And I radioed to the tower, it's going to be a while. And
It's going to be a while.
For a long time.
Oh, yeah. No, then I lost in the semis of that class, and then Sport 1, the car just got faster to where I couldn't scrub enough in Pro 3 and Pro 2. I should have changed my dial, and I didn't. But that's just how it goes. And then we decided after everything was done to take the body off the Jeep and see how fast it would go. Because why not? It's Sunday. Everybody's done racing. Let's go.
Yeah.
So I took the body off, and it went 415. I'm like, hey, well, spray about 75 to 100 to that, and it might run 395.
Yeah.
But
Gonna
that
have
ain't
to
gonna
squeeze
happen.
it.
Yeah, dad is not for squeezing the Jeep.
I feel like he's got a good plan there.
Well, but I
Yeah.
mean, if we put a baby blower on top of it, which I'm sure Eric has a 671 or some shit like that, we could get there.
Yeah, I
We
got one.
could get there.
We'll wake her up.
I like that plan better than trying to
Hey,
squeeze it.
I got a blown small block for sale that we could put in there too and just let her eat.
And here we go.
All right.
And we're off.
We're off the rails.
And I was just
Well, let's get into we got more Friday action to cover. So let's get back into some of the 395 indexes. We saw the Pena family battling it out in the 395 index ATV class. Grandma put a whooping on Dominic. Lacey got it over Dom in the final for the 395 ATVs, and that was pretty cool.
I walked up there and I told him, "Hey, I'm not gonna, hey, fat boy," because that's what they call him, fat boy. Grandma's kicking your ass, and he just looked at me like, "I don't think so." Okay, we'll see. And then they ran their pair and come back, and I'm like, "See, I told you, Grandma's gonna kick that ass."
She got him.
She's, that's Grandma, and she ain't scared to ride that bike. I'll tell you what.
Mm-mm.
She's about it, and that whole family is about it too. That's the other cool thing too, is that's what they do.
Yeah, they're good.
Everyone does it.
They're good bike racers for sure.
Yep. And then over on the 395 index car side, we saw Braden Root taking the win over Isaac Garcia. Was that Isaac in the habanero Jeep? I wasn't there Friday, so I don't know which one it was.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
They've all named my Jeep, by the way, just so you all know. Everybody, all the guys from Mexico, they have named my Jeep. They have named it Chimichanga. That's no joke. Tata told me, he's like, blah, in Spanish, yeah. And I'm like, what the? He sent me a message, and I'm like, what the? I translated it, but it makes no sense. And he's like, basically, what they're saying is that the Chimichanga is just going to show up, no time shots, and kick all of our asses. Sorry, I don't tell you.
Hey, they all name their cars after food within that camp, so it all makes sense.
His Jeep's the chocolate milk truck, so I mean,
it is what it is. I mean, it's got multiple names. It's got the bean, it's got the chocolate milk truck, and from Mexico, it's the Chimichanga. Whatever.
I like it.
Fitting.
Moving over into the Friday car gamblers, we were talking a little offline here. Mr. Charlie Johnson decided to show up. He hadn't been out to Dome in quite some time, and threw a battery in the Jeep and went out there and took home the Friday Gambler win over Braden Root. So Braden making two finals there.
If you saw the ticket, he laid it to Braden. He was 004.
I believe it.
He 004, and I think he might have been like one and a half over or something like that. And he comes back around, and they look at the slip, and Braden's like, "You really had to do that to me?" Charlie's like, "Well, I didn't come here to lose."
Oh,
hey, you know Charlie in those gambler classes, and he took home a pretty good payday on that one.
His first round opponent on Friday was Tata Garcia. Him and Tata battled it out first round, and Tata obviously lost. But when I seen Braden the next day, I said, "Hey, how you doing, bud?" He's like, "I'm just recovering from the ass kicking that was served last night."
And then over on the Friday ATV gambler, Marco Navarro took the first place over Dominic Pena. So awesome to see Marco. He's been really, trying to get that new DMS chassis bike to really work, and been slowly chipping away at it, and got a win over the Pena crew. So, that's doing pretty good for him,
I would say.
Yeah.
We went over and talked a little bit about Joey's Sport 1 performance already. But we saw in Sport 1, Jared Crawford out of Las Vegas taking the win over Arnold Cox out of Chino Valley, Arizona.
That
in that
Arnold Cox
car
dude is
dragster.
not. That Arnold Cox dude is not a slouch. Okay,
No, he's not.
in that car for being a Ford, it he was dialed 342 against me.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and they brought out a few new, they've brought out a few new ones. Lissa Atkins has got that new altered, and then they have another dragster that they brought out this
Yeah,
race.
it actually had a Chevy in it. It was weird.
I was shocked at seeing that. I'm looking at it, I'm like, they got a small black Chevy, and I'm like, oh man, he must be like the black sheep of the camp.
Hey, my people.
Joe Cluck, I think is what his name was, if I'm not mistaken.
Hey,
Yes,
you guys
Cluck.
remember when Arnold Cox had that slingshot and he ran on nitro?
Yes.
I don't remember running on nitro, but I remember the
Yeah,
slingshot.
he ran it on nitro.
Ooh,
Dang.
injected, and wasn't it?
Yeah.
It had like the stacks and shit on it,
Yeah.
if I remember
He
right.
still has it. I've seen he's been racing it like last couple of times at Dome. I don't think he runs on nitro no more, but I'm
Is
pretty
it
sure
him running it, or is it
I don't know
different
who's
guy now?
Caleb. I'm an
He's a big
alcohol
boy.
guy.
He
I
doesn't.
don't hang out with bracket racers too much.
Oh man, yeah, because you couldn't hang with us, Eric. We understand.
I know I
how
couldn't. I suck
red
with
or
bracket
tardy you
racing.
are.
I don't know how to lift.
Anyways,
we are working on that. Okay,
Yeah.
top preliminary.
Gonna need it for East West.
Oh yeah.
Moving on to Sport 2, Jared taking second place this time against Jonathan Avila. He was in a
red Jeep,
old,
wasn't it?
I'm trying to remember which one, because there's two red Jeeps. There was one that was like a Cherokee, and there's one that was like a TJ.
If you could have told me what he was dialed, I could tell you.
But
I think it was the older,
one of those ones.
Yeah.
And then Sport 1 ATV, I was kind of in the same boat as Eric throughout the weekend. I was getting lucky, not good, but took a runner-up against Wesley Fuller in Sport 1 ATV. So was just happy to be there. And we're figuring it out, Joey.
We're going in the right direction.
We're going in the right direction. Actually, my dad took the carbs apart. We've been running it was super fat the whole weekend, to the point where it was killing itself and bogging out of the hole. And turns out that the down tubes on those carbs were also drilled out to 128. So it was 128 all the way through.
Well, you're only going to push so much fuel through it with whatever jet's in it.
Yeah, but we had an extra set of carbs that were the down tubes are drilled to 120, so we swapped everything over, just kind of hodgepodge them together. Was
that Saturday night into Sunday?
No, this was at home.
Okay,
we didn't even get to do it at the track.
Your boy, just so you know, Isaac, your boy still has it when it comes to tuning a bike, because I was sitting in the staging lanes watching Caleb in the Sport 1 final, and I'll be honest with you, it was hard to watch, because that thing was just like blubbering. He's trying to clean it out, and it's like a clog in a drain that just won't go.
Hey, you know what doesn't have those problems?
The car doesn't have that problem.
Yeah,
a small black Chevy.
Yeah, right.
But no, I seen it, Isaac, and I'm like, he comes back, and I'm like, Caleb, we got to do something about this, because I'm not. I hate if I can tell you one thing that really like annoyed me was if I let the clutch out and the bike falls on its face.
Yeah, because you're immediately giving up your chance at winning unless they go and mess something up themselves. But
and so he
doesn't
came
matter
back
how quick
around.
you're recovering.
Yeah, he came back around, and I said, we're going to change some things. And he's like, what? And I'm like, we're changing some shit right now. And he's like, what? Yeah, we're changing some shit right now. And he's like, oh, okay. So he goes out, and I kind of, the first pass he made after we did everything, I said, this is how you need to clean it out. He freaking cleaned it out that way, went A to B, and I think he made the fastest pass he made all weekend.
Yeah, finally got it back into the 390s that pass. So we're hoping that it'll be picking up a little bit. At least it sounds way crisper. We're gonna have to do some fine tuning adjustments, I think, at the February race. But I think we're in the right direction with that bike. So
Nice.
really stoked on that. Moving on, Sport 2 ATV, Craig Durning, no car, but he brought out the lay down 3-wheeler, and he took the win over Aubrey Pena. You know, he's still got that bike, and he hangs on to it and brings it out every now and then.
It sits in the corner, and then when Eugene the Jeep and the dragster don't act right, he brings it out.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
That
I was
is
like,
one
what?
tough
I didn't even realize he had that thing anymore.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, you got to be kidding me.
No,
he's still got there for a rainy day.
Yep.
So that was our Friday action. Moving over to Saturday, we're continuing on with Saturday. Saturday night, our gamblers in the car gambler, a little bit smaller turnout for this one.
Yeah, it was weird.
Very strange because usually it's the opposite. Friday's the small class, the Saturday's the big class. But we saw Braden Root get into the winner's circle again over Kenzie Rex. So that's her first time getting in the winner's circle.
She was on a tear that night. I think she took Charlie Johnson out. She took me out. She took someone else out. And then she made it to the final against Braden, and Braden finally took her out.
And as Joey's saying, we took my bike and figured some stuff out, and still had a little bit of luck there, but with a little bit of the changes that we made, got the first place in the Saturday ATV Gambler over Marcus Rydell.
Nice.
I feel like I kind of felt like I had some. I was excited, to be honest with you, because I was like, "Hey, the stuff we did worked." And I'm standing there, and he takes off, and I'm like, "Hell yeah, we're going!" And then I was running. Let's go! I'm like he can hear me. Run him down! Let's go! And it was cool. I was like,
yeah,
I still got it.
Oh.
Are you gonna put the foot races at midnight?
Man, we do need to talk about that. I do have some videos. The foot races were in full effect.
Full effect. So how do we know how wide the lanes are at Dome? Do we know as far as like foot?
They look about 40 feet or so.
40, 45, somewhere in there.
It was from guardrail to basically almost
center
inside.
Yeah.
It was full. We had
and there was a lot of 250 plus pounders running this.
Oh yeah. Not me. I'm fat. I'm not running. Sorry. Unless there's a dinosaur chasing me or there's an ice cream truck or a taco truck.
Kylie Graham has a video of Eric Brown and Jared Crawford in slow-mo.
Getting busy.
And it is one of the most funniest videos because Eric Brown. So I don't know if you've ever, Caleb, Jim Nafsinger's hat with the hair, the fake hair.
Yes,
you did. You've seen it, right?
Yeah, I saw he came out with that
running. Oh my gosh, I felt bad for Kylie because those two big dudes were running straight at her. And
there was all kinds of classes in the foot races. There was kids class. There was if you're whatever age under. If you're a fat guy, I mean, like, there were some races. And then at the end, they had Dom, who normally, like, outruns everyone because he's got some freaking 9 feet tall freaking legs.
Who's surprisingly fast? Jared Crawford's fast.
Jared is fast.
For as big as he is, he's pretty quick.
There was the one dude from the DFS camp that was pretty decent. He was booking it, too. But it was in full effect. Like, we actually had a crowd. Like, Mama Graham, Papa Graham were there, and then like some.
I had the wife trying to get me to get in there. And I'm like, I'm not about this. I know what's going to happen is I'm going to go and try to do this, and I'm going to be just like these other people, and I'm going to trip and fall, and then I'm going to be rolling my ankle and be wishing I wouldn't.
Wasn't it Mikey from Graham's camp?
Mikey falls every single time.
Hey, they were like, all right, let's go, Weaver, run it out. So they were all in the left lane, and I went over to the right lane. I'm like, all right, go. And I freaking hauled ass, and I gapped everyone.
I was there. I witnessed that. I'm proof.
Might have been on my own turn.
Yeah, we'll have to put up some videos and stuff from that. I didn't get like through all the classes the quickest. Man, it was controlled chaos.
Me and Joey were drinking that leaded eggnog, and that Sunny, our race wife, makes.
Yep.
And we were feeling pretty good that day. We weren't doing too good in the
I
foot
bet.
race.
Well, and at least you had a little bit of time to recover there for Sunday, but the kids they kicked it off early, and in the Pee Wee's class we saw Delaney Matus on that cool little small junior drag frame bike. She took the win over Eleanor Pozniakov, and in the
Nice.
juniors, Stella Quintero with her matching Jeep to her dad.
Nice.
I believe that thing's based off of like a
CJ5 or something like that, isn't it?
It's something like that, but it's like a Tractor Supply Company, like little go-kart Jeep thing or something that it started life as. And she took the win over Kennedy Gluck, which I believe that's also a new one out of the ALC Underground camp as well, with her junior bags.
For sure.
And then Pro 2 ATV, there was only 2. I didn't end up running the trike, so that be that where it may. I just got tired of running back and forth so much. So it was a best 2 out of 3 for Craig Durning and Marcus Rydell. And they actually went 1-1. And Craig ended up taking the win in the third bout and took the win there in Pro 2 ATV. I bowed out first round in Pro 1 ATV, still with the woes that we were experiencing.
The Bogosaurus.
Yeah, the Bogosaurus Rex. But Pops took the win, took it all the way in Pro 1 ATV over Marco Navarro. So Marco having a pretty good weekend there as well. And then our boy Charlie Johnson took first in Pro 3 over Jared Crawford. So Jared, man, he cleaned up pretty good that weekend.
That's why I lost 2 in the semis. Because I couldn't slow my car down fast enough. My car was I was dialed 26, and the round before I went 22, ripping it once, and I tried to pinch it some to try to knock some ET off, and I think I ripped it once or twice, and I'm pretty sure Jared said he stomped the brakes, and he basically, here you go, I'm gonna feed it to you. That guy likes to eat, that's for sure.
And then over Pro 2, Braden Root also having a really good weekend, took first place over Mike Carlson. So it was cool to see Mike go some rounds there. I know with that altered state, blown forward, altered, he's had kind of similar issues that you've had, Eric, with the short car problems, kind of going straight. It likes to jump sideways out of the hole quite a bit, but you got it going straight enough at least to go some rounds there and take second place.
Lost to him too. Going too fast.
Hey, you know what I will say real quick? If Joseph Weaver doesn't have a good weekend, the next race he goes to, he kicks everyone's ass. So, and the next race he's going to is East versus West. So I'd watch out. My money's on him.
Not going to be there February?
No. He's got a few issues with his motorhome, and the
back of my motorhome is separating.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So
that's not good.
No. So it's not good to be driving down the road and vibrating and banging and shooting. And the RV guy assured me it would not fall off, but it's my luck that sucker would fall right off.
So when I'm not doing good in February, we'll blame Joey for not being there lining me up straight.
Oh, there it is.
There we go.
Bullshit. You never know.
Never know. Pro 1 ranks. Over in Pro 1 ranks, we saw Israel Quintero taking the win over Jeffrey Callouts. So Israel and Stella taking the first place there.
Callouts Garcia, right? That was in Tata's car. So everybody, they were calling him Tata Jr. or Garcia. Actually, Jeff Garcia Jr. is what they were calling him, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly. Yeah, no, it was Alex Garcia Jr.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, absolutely. That's what it was.
Steven's like, and everybody was like, huh? What? Like, he's got a kid out here?
I even asked him, can you even see over the steering wheel? Because, like, Jeff is not very tall. Jeff's probably about 5'3" at the most.
Oh.
And Tata sit like even Tata's tall. Tata's like 6'1", 6'2".
He
And when
sits
he
pretty low in
sits
that.
in it, he sits pretty low in it. And I looked over there and I'm like, Jeff, do you need a booster seat? Like, can you even see over the dashboard? Because like you sit low in that car.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, he did some pretty good job. I think it was the first time driving the car too, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, it was.
And then moving over to the heads up stuff, as we said, reigning top alcohol champ right here, Mr. Eric Hickey over Nick Schultzman. And then Nick was pulling double duty in Pro Mod, and he took the win over Tommy Zavala in the Project X Altered. So they made some good moves with that car.
Yep.
We saw Nick was having issues of his own. He was mixing up cylinders, especially after his little foray into the ditch at the end of the track.
The Terry Blair ditch.
Yeah, he was trying to get it stopped, and it was hopping sideways. And he said, "Well, I'm going to aim for that little stretch of road. If you know, Isaac kind of goes down that
back side of the
road
barn
there.
Yeah,
back behind the barn.
Yeah,
and he missed, so he went down in the ditch.
Fair enough.
But you know what? It was a pretty soft landing, no damage to the car. And other than taking a little bit of time to fish him out of there, everything was good with that. So was able to make it back. That was in Q3. So made a good pass, bringing it back, and obviously went rounds for Top Alcohol and Pro Mod Unlimited. The A Fuel class, we had a few A Fuel cars, and then they all disappeared. So, then, we had three. We had four total.
He had four total.
Cody ran some passes in A Fuel before he switched over
disappeared. Goodell disappeared because Bailey blew his shit up.
Well, Goodale also, he in Q4 he had a header crack for the turbo, and it was like puking oil out of it and smoke. So
come on. We could have found a welder and welded that bitch up.
I agree. So I don't know.
Come on, Mr.
I would have liked
Goodell.
to see him make some passes there, but it was cool seeing him out there.
That thing is quick. I was like, oh look, it's the and I knew it just from seeing him from running like the PSDA stuff. I'm like, oh cool, it's the JWI freaking single seater thing. And then he rolled up there in A Fuel, and I was like, oh boy, like, excuse me, sir, are you lined up in the wrong spot? No, he went right down. He went A to B.
Four-cylinder.
He went like what 330s or 3 something. He went
24.
He went. It was boogieing, and I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
And then
so a little shakedown pass there for East versus West. Maybe we'll see him back in A Fuel. It is a 4-cylinder. Suzuki.
Maybe he needs to squeeze that thing.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I didn't realize he also runs nitrous in that. Did you know that, Isaac?
Yes. So
that's
been the nitrous has at times given them some trouble, but I believe that thing's been as quick as like a 13 with the spray on it.
Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Which I'm not gonna lie, that car, that's a handful.
Yeah. It's short and it's narrow, and I'm sure that car has tried to put the ass in the front a bunch of times.
Definitely. So the only A Fuel car that we had left, because we had Cody jumped over to top eliminator, decided he was like, hey, I'm just going to focus on one. And then Jordan Quintal, after resetting our double B buggy record in qualifying, they did their usual trick of disappearing on Sunday.
Well, see, and talking to Cody, me and Eric actually talked to Cody. Cody went up there, I think it was at Saturday morning, Eric, and he was like, what are you doing, bud? Oh, just entering top eliminator.
Yeah.
Because I know Jordan's going to bail on Sunday, because that's normally what he does. He bails on Sunday, and he's like, there's no reason to beat on our stuff.
And you know what? He has a really consistent freaking TE car.
Oh, absolutely.
He's
dangerous.
Yeah, he's definitely my top 5 pick of TE.
Daddy's turning the wrenches on those, and Daddy ain't no dummy.
No.
And so he got it turned up and turned. He's like, we just don't. I don't want to beat on my stuff. There's no reason to. For what?
And there's not even beating it up. I mean, yes, I understand that, but you enter in top eliminator any race across the country, you're gonna have the best payout. Most cars, if I get it. Like top alcohol for me, there's usually 4, maybe 6 cars at best. It's fun, and I like not having to worry about an ET. I like running my shit out all the way, but that's the funnest class there is top eliminator, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And it's the best for competition and, proving you're a good race car driver is top eliminator.
Oh yeah, and like you're saying, Cody, they've got that thing as a bracket car. I think it went like 3 or 4 passes of a 296.
Yeah.
And the only thing that took him out, he actually red lit against the eventual class winner, Damon Hall.
Yeah.
And what is
man,
and
that was gonna be a good pass.
You know what? Our buddy Jimmy, he'll tell you, if you don't red light every once in a while, you ain't trying.
Mhm.
So
That's true. That's true.
I mean,
So and then
Cody was
it was a 96 to a 98 there on that pass. So it would have been good even if he had stayed green.
Yeah.
But Damon, they fought some of those short car problems that Eric fought, but they got that car going straight and consistent. And they had a bracket car on themselves too, and it paid off. He took the win over Tristan Graham, who also finally figured that car out, and they were going straighter by the end of the weekend as well.
the best pass was when me and Damon both raced at Avenal, and both our cars are going left and right and crooked, it was a pedal fest all the way to the end.
It was like a 30 to a 31 or something like that. It was ridiculous. And
Yeah.
Damon came up to me at Dome. He goes, I go, so hopefully we're going straight, right? Yeah, not like Avenal. We're riding a bucking Bronco.
Yeah, that was an awesome race. Great deal there. I'm glad I came out on top.
And that guy actually, he came over a couple of times because we were having issues trying to get the car to fire and run.
Oh yeah.
And that guy came over and he threw his brain at it too.
He was giving me parts left and right that race. Anything he had, he said, just change it and see.
Yeah. Good people for sure.
Great people. Avenal, I probably wouldn't have even made it as far as I did without them. So go them.
Yeah, for sure.
And I have news about them when we get to our next segment. Joey knows. Yeah, we got a next segment.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Well, I will say, Vicky, they did not bring her car out there because they were planning on running a little bit of having Damon run the Dome Valley series, and then Vicky was going to run the California series between Avenal and Elsinore. Nice. With Elsinore not having their January into February event, they left her car home. She also was getting over, I think, the same thing that I ended up catching after the race.
Sick.
So she said, man, like she was fine. She wasn't even sure she was going to make the race, but she jumped in to get some points. She jumped in the Project X Altered and made a pass ish. I think the motor being in front of her was a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You could hear her. She was trying to have a little fun. She got on it a few times on that pass. Next thing you know, she's gonna kick Damon out of his car.
No,
he's stuck in the dragster.
That ain't gonna happen. That lady. No,
especially they just repainted it. They got the original Farmer's Daughter paint scheme back on the car.
That car is a 295 to 297 player everywhere it goes. Yeah. She is not taking the motor and putting it in front of her. She's gonna get in that car and whoop y'all's ass for sure.
Well, if I didn't have oil pressure issues in Avenal, we would have found out about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, she ain't scared. She jumped in with all them boys, and she could come and get it.
Yeah, pretty much. Team Small Block.
Team Small Block.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
So, Caleb, before we get off the subject, who was our eighth-goal winner for the weekend?
Greg Johnson, since he was the only one that
showed up on
stuck
Sunday.
Around and made some passes there. They're still tuning some stuff on that. and they made a couple of 70s passes on it.
72, I think it went, right?
72, I think, was the
he was
quickest.
broke on his final.
He was. So he literally is like, hey, I'm just going to go out there and stage it and break the beams.
Yeah.
And they, what was it that he said? There was a plug fitting for the coil on one of the cylinders that they literally have like everything else that they could have replaced with it. But this one little connector they didn't have. So they're like, well, we're not going to go run it on 3 cylinders. That's just
right.
bad idea.
Hey, and Super Mario was there too. It was good to see him.
Mhm.
Super Mario. He wasn't with his car. It wasn't with his 4-cylinder Chevy, but he was still there.
Yeah, providing some tuning expertise there.
Right.
So. But yeah, it was cool to see so many fuel cars back out.
Hopefully, there's more. Hopefully, there's more for East versus West. I know Esteban had said something to me about some of the guys from back east were coming out to run February to get it somewhat figured out for March. That way, they weren't behind the 8 ball when they showed up.
Hey, that'd be cool.
We
look forward to it.
Have it on pretty good authority. There's at least a couple Michigan cars that have been in Arizona since somewhere around Christmas, so I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see them make an appearance here in a couple weeks.
And they didn't show up? What the heck?
I mean,
gotta give everyone else
a
shot or what?
budget cuts, Joseph. All right.
Yeah. Right.
Budget cuts. So we will be back at it. What are the dates here?
February 20th, 20, 21, 22?
20th through the 22nd, back for the Arizona Sand Drag Shootout.
Fantastic. All right. So that's going to wrap up the results portion of the 2026 Winter Shootout at Dome Valley Raceway. All right. So apparently we are moving into West Coast news and views since there's nobody east of the Mississippi except for myself on here, and I know nothing about what's going on. So that we'll just go straight into that. How's that?
You want to start, Joseph, or you want me to start?
Go ahead.
Okay, so we haven't talked to the track promoter yet, and we haven't got this approved, but I already made phone calls. So what we're thinking is because Top Eliminator is going to have probably at least 40 to 50 cars, that's the class to do the heads up call out. And Joseph will have a bracket car call out as well, which will be a little easier than Top Eliminator. So including myself, I picked 5 people from the West Coast to represent West Coast. Hopefully there's someone on the East Coast that can pick 5 other cars, and we could run them out. Now with Top Eliminator, with that call out, I've done the math, and we can't do this obviously. Excuse me. During racing, so it would have to be done in qualifying. So you technically don't lose. I mean, you lose, but we'd have, I guess you'd call me team captain. I'm not claiming that, but I picked 5 people alongside me. If East Coast can find 5 people or 6 people,
Where is stored when you need him for this?
Oh, trust me, that's the other side.
That's where Joseph comes into the play. But I was thinking someone like Randy Kimbley to be kind of the guy to pick 5 cars on the East Coast. He runs a lot of those races.
I like.
I got 4 cars that I've already made the calls to that are down, and the 5th one I already know he's going to represent. So,
are we able to announce the team right now, or are we keeping the cards?
Yeah, for sure. So other than myself and my altered, because that is my Top Eliminator car, it would be Mr. Eric Brown, last year's points champion. The one I didn't call, Cody.
I'm sure that boy saddle up.
Yep. Basically my grandpa's drag racing, Jim Nafsinger. Let's
Okay.
see.
You got 2 more.
I made it. Yeah, I know. Thanks. I know how to do math.
Hey, I'm just helping you out.
So I had to make a phone call this morning to see which side of the fence they're gonna run on, the Halls. And Vicky is bringing her small block farmer's daughter car, and she is representing for the West Coast.
That a boy, that a girl.
Okay.
Now the fifth one was hard. I had to call Tristan and I say, which triple threat car do you want to represent the West? And he picked himself, of course. So Tristan Graham.
So what you're saying is, I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of financial benefit here, but what you're looking for is Randy Kimbley and 5 other top eliminator cars.
So I don't know if Randy's down for it. I just know he races a lot of the races. I mean, and he'd probably be down to find 5 cars that run top eliminator. If there's anyone else, this is the call out, basically. It's us 6 guys that I just named and myself versus whoever the East can bring. It would be done in qualifying. So we'd go basically qualifying 1, 2, 3, 4, and we would have a race within qualifying. So you're not losing technically. It's just kind of like a outlaw race within qualifying.
Like the Too
trailer.
Fast, Too Tasty NHRA.
Yeah.
Off the trailer, everyone's paired first round.
Yeah, you can pair yourself in qualifying, and obviously we could bring it up to Esteban. We can hype it up a little bit. I'm sure some people can put some money. Everyone put $100 in. It's $600, to win. I get it. Like someone's gonna come out on top as the actual winner of it, but it's more or less, hey, we have 5
East
guys
versus
that won from the West or 5 guys that won from the East. Whoever won the most. Something like that for top eliminator. That was my idea. I thought about it all night, so I hope it's good. So, and then Joseph has his kind of call out, same deal. But they could actually kind of, for the bracket cars, you could do it in real competition and actually make something out of it more than top eliminator.
Sure.
So kind of what I was thinking was, as being that Mr. Sorg is not available with us tonight, he would be the captain of the East Coast team, and I myself would be the captain of the West Coast team. It would be myself and 5 other cars. It'd be himself and 5 other cars. I don't know how many cars are going to be showing up as far as bracket racers from the East. Clearly, Kimbley said he's going to bracket race his 285 car, which, okay.
He does like bracket racing the Blue Dog for sure.
Well, I mean, as long as you can go round robin, then there should be no problem.
We do round
You don't care.
robin.
He'll blow stuff up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's got like 4 other bracket cars too. So
Okay, well, that's fine. I mean, like I said, John Sorg would be the captain of the East Coast team, and I'd be the captain of the West Coast team. And with the bracket part of it, I almost feel like it would be who goes it would be a cumulative of points of everyone on your team. Kind of like the Jags All-Star thing where they have everybody, whoever goes the most, as you win rounds you gain points, and whether we should throw that in the gambler, if we should throw it in through the whole weekend, as between Friday and Sunday at the end of it. I mean, I know Steven's pretty quick on a spreadsheet. I'm sure he could whip up a spreadsheet of East Side and West Side, and then accumulative points of whose team won the most rounds.
I like it, and I'll give a little insider baseball here. I know John was already kind of planning on doing something similar for a lot of the bracket cars, especially of trying to keep everybody East Coast, West Coast, and he wanted to do something where, and I don't know if it's going to be between just the 2 gambler classes, but there may be some wrestling belts involved.
Come and get it.
Just saying,
Come and get it.
I think this will be cool to add that on top of there. So, Joey, do you have a team picked out?
I have a team picked out.
Yeah.
I'm short one. It's going to be myself, and I got to see. There's one of them. I'm not sure if he's going or not. So I'll have to touch base with that person, which I could tell him, hey, get in your motorhome, let's go. Mind you, he lives less than a quarter mile from me. He just put a battery in his Mopar Jeep, and he would probably show
I
up.
was gonna say this
Ah.
smells already. I already.
Um, as of right now, I'm short one person. I did reach out to one person that I would have hoped to go. I haven't reached out to his dad, which you can probably already guess who that would be. Um, it would be myself, Chris Wells, which he confirmed that he is going. Me, me, or myself, Chris Wells, Braden Root, Charlie Johnson, and the fifth one is Tata Garcia, and the sixth one I'm not too sure yet. But if the one person's not going, I could slide someone in that sixth spot.
Yeah. Okay.
Fair enough.
I like it.
Yeah, I do too, man. Really sets up some really good competition for the gamblers classes, kind of even outside of the regular, just entering it type of
But
deal.
like
So
I said, we can run it through the gambler. We could run it through the whole weekend.
yeah,
Like I said, we haven't talked to Esteban about it, but I mean, it could be one of those things where you know what? It's the East versus West, and these six cars against these six cars. Who do you want a piece of?
Yeah, it
yeah,
wouldn't be hard to set up because it's within like already there's racing already happening. We're trying
Right,
to set it up where like I said, top eliminator happens within the qualifying. You're
right.
you're, you're not technically losing, and you're going to make your four qualifiers, um, but there is racing within it.
yeah,
I
yeah.
And
No,
I'm
mean,
I love.
sure we can I'm sure we could get some money put up for it. Whether it's hey, it's an extra $100 to be involved, and you know, everyone of the winning team walks away with an extra $100 in their pocket. Because we're
Yeah,
all poor sand draggers. You know,
yeah,
so I think it
it
would be
could
fun, and
it could get rowdy. I
it
mean,
could get rowdy. It would boost you're gonna go help. I mean, at least over here on the West Coast, pretty much everyone helps each other out. You know, but it would boost everyone to really like get tuned up and want to really win this. And I'm sure our friend Bobby would love to build us some trophies for free.
well, maybe I'll have to
Yeah.
call him see if maybe he would
Yeah.
do something.
So I
You
mean,
know, I
it'd just be fun. It would
the
be
latter.
fun. This is gonna be. I like pretty much figure this is gonna be like back in the old Prim days. There's gonna be a lot of cars. Um, myself, I'm trying to get a lot of my friends and family to come out for the weekend and support the green cars. So I just think this is gonna be a really cool memory in sand drag history. Like at some point, we're all gonna be dead, and someone else is gonna be doing this, and they're gonna be talking about this one time.
And maybe it carries over into 27 to where,
Yeah, when we go to Michigan and whoop all them East Coast guys' ass on their own home turf.
oh boy. Ah,
Yeah,
oh
I
god.
mean, it was one of those things. I mean, like, it was one of those things. I'm sure you guys were talking in your episode 100. You guys were all talking about there's some call out stuff that you wish would happen. Well, here it is. The West Coast is laying it out,
yeah.
and it's up to
I'm pretty sure sand drags was invented in the West Coast, so come get it.
yeah. It's
Touche.
it's one of those things where you know what you guys wanted to see some grudge racing. You wanted to see some. I mean, hell, if everybody's even there, we could do this crap Thursday night.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
could.
We could.
that's
Um,
We could.
possible.
You want to throw it out the first night, the first day of racing of East versus West. You want to have East versus West? Let's go. I
yeah,
mean, most of the people I know that are on my team, if they even accept to even be on the team, they're not scared. They'll run it off the trailer.
everyone but Cody accepted on my side, and I'm sure Cody would. I just
Cody will be in
didn't
it.
get to
Yeah.
calling him. Um, But no, I think this is even what was it? Like a couple weeks ago, me and Joey were already trying to figure out how we're gonna make it to Michigan in 2027. So I like this idea. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun doing it. I'd like to meet a lot of the people that we're all friends with on Facebook that we've never met too. I mean, we're all common guys. We all like the sport. We're all badass at it. Um, so I'm really looking forward to this. And me and Joey just kind of came up with this idea. Like we should have some kind of team deal, something to really put this where, yeah, West Coast did good or East Coast did good. Who's the baddest people in this?
Sure. I
And
love it, man. I think it's great. I love what you guys are doing, and that is fantastic. I think just even totality of the sport. I think there's a real good spot for something like this to happen. Especially at a true national event, right?
yeah,
It just really puts an exclamation point on that. It's fantastic.
It's
you
one of
know,
those things where everybody's like, well, East Coast is better, West Coast is better. Everybody, it's pretty easy to sit there and bang on your phone or bang on your keyboard,
yeah,
you
let's
know.
go prove it. I'm super excited to take the dragster out there and run alcohol, especially with there's gonna probably be, I'd assume, maybe 10 alcohol cars or so. And I'd like to, I like talking shit on the internet. And if, we could go some rounds there. But top eliminator is gonna be epic because I mean, what was the last race? The top 10 cars were within a
the
tenth of each,
the November race, I think everybody was separated by 5 or 6 hun between first and like sixth or eighth or or something
Yeah,
like
I
that.
mean, it's gonna go. I feel like you're gonna be qualifying off your mile an hour more than your ET.
Or
Very
who did it
possible.
first?
Now, Caleb, maybe you can answer this. So me and Joe are talking like top limiter. They're expecting 40, maybe 50 cars, right?
We'll see.
I mean, but if you
Hey,
think about it,
he's shooting high. I mean,
there was 20 something in November, right? That's on.
17.
Yeah.
I mean,
17.
are they gonna do a 16 car field and you have to qualify a 32 car
So
field?
So yeah, actually, what the plan is that John wants to get everything down to an 8-car field for Sunday. So top
Kind of like the
eliminator,
old Prim days where you had to
kind of like the
everybody.
old Prim days, exactly.
Sunday for the big cars is going to be down to 8 on Sunday. That way you got 3 rounds of every class, and you're not running
Exactly.
6 rounds of one class.
Right.
Exactly. So
So, okay.
what's going to happen is, top eliminator, all the heads up classes are going to qualify Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday they'll run their fourth qualifier in the morning, and then we're immediately going to go into however many rounds of eliminations need to go down to get down to
8.
that 8-car field for Sunday.
So they're gonna so if there's 42 cars, they're just gonna run in a ladder. You're not gonna just have to I feel like they should have to
So
qualify.
everybody's going to qualify. And then what'll happen is that the however many qualifiers are in the top part of that field that need to be pulled out in order to have everybody else run for the final whatever spots. That's what's gonna get thrown in
So
there.
they're gonna take the off of Q4. They're gonna take the top 8 cars, and you don't have to run Saturday after your last qualifier. And then they're gonna take the remainder of them and make them race to be the second 8 cars.
Similar to that. Let me see here. I've got an example for it. Okay,
He
so
wants 8 cars on Sunday.
if they had a 13 car field, let's just say for
Just a
that,
number.
okay,
All right.
13 car field for that, what they would do is they take the top 3 qualifiers, because then you've got 10 cars left. 10 cars is going to go down
You
to
got to
5
rate.
to make the 8.
You're going to have to race.
Okay.
And then we'll see what's going to happen with top eliminator if we've got tons of cars left on it. I don't know if there's going to be a ton that are going to be held outside of that, or if it's just going to be the lower part of the field that's going to have to do an extra round. That's something I'm not 100% positive on.
Gotcha.
But
Okay.
I know we're
Yeah,
going
there's a
down to
question.
8 for
I was
Sunday.
just
So.
curious on how they were doing that because, I think November they had
17 cars, and they ran it on a 17 car ladder.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
was curious why they didn't just do a 16 car. Like back in the prim days, like you had to qualify, you know? Like if you didn't make it, you didn't make it. I don't care how far you
Well,
drove.
I know we see big top limiter fields out of like Brookville for the Outlaw finals, and it's always kind of cool to make it in an all run type of class like that. So there's benefits to that, but obviously we're with the East versus West National Challenge, we're looking at having enough vehicles that we don't want to be running into Monday. So we want to get done at a decent time on Sunday, and the only way we're going to make that happen is by doing some rounds on Saturday. And like I said, we'll do qualifying starting on Thursday. So all us West Coast people, we better be there to start setting that ladder. Otherwise, you're going to get a few less chances to make that field.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay.
Cool.
Hey, Isaac, I got a question.
Sure. What's up, Eric?
You ever put some polish on that head and make it real shiny?
Ooh, damn, boy.
Oh, golly. I just got a haircut today, and I seriously was sitting there, and I'm like, why am I doing this? Because I bet somebody is going to say something tonight, and here we are, almost wrapped up, almost out of here, and bam, there it is.
Well, I mean, is what it is. I mean, are you coming west, Isaac, or are you not coming west?
You never know what might happen between now and March.
Oh, don't bullshit me. The one podcast said you and Damon are gonna bring your helmets if Damon comes and you come, and then you're just gonna like rent a ride.
Hey, on that 100th episode, did someone call me out to run me?
Yeah, that would be Ricky Thorpe.
Did I? Yeah, I could never find it, but he says someone called me out to run.
It was like 3 hours and 40-some minutes into it. Ricky Thorpe said any front engine small block can get it.
No, I give it. Don't you worry.
Can get it. But that was with his sister driving. That ain't even with him driving. He's got to put someone else in the seat.
Hey, I don't discriminate.
Rich keeps buying cars he doesn't fit in.
No, come and get it. Bring your money while you're at it, or your T-shirt. I'll race you T-shirt for T-shirt.
He might do sleeves for sleeves.
Ah, well.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, hey, let's put a bow on this then. Any last thoughts out of you guys before we get this thing wrapped up?
Joseph,
I just, I hope everybody's down for our little East versus West thing. It's all going to be in fun. It's not going to be, is there going to be bragging rights leaving the racetrack on Sunday afternoon? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that, there is that John does have at least 6 cars to pick from, which I kind of feel like he might. And I said, I got one more I got to get with. And I just feel like it would probably, there's going to be a bunch of spectators there as it is, but I feel like it kind of sweetens the pot a little bit with, there's always that East versus West, West Coast bracket racers suck and East Coast bracket racers couldn't win. They only win with 1.1 reaction times and
Woo!
and this like that. Okay, but here we go. This is if you're coming to East versus West and you're going to be on the East side, which most people are because I only got one person I got to pick. But if you're on the East side, you better make sure the super glue ain't stuck to your finger because the five I got right now,
oh boy,
we are ready.
You know what? I like your point. Like we do a lot of trash talking on the internet, but we're going out there. We're all here to do the same thing and have fun. You know what? Like, don't get your feelings hurt when there's some trash talking. It's all in fun and games, but yeah, they better bring their game. We got something for them, that's for sure. I mean, Caleb and me have been doing this for a really long time. Joseph's been doing this a long time. I mean, but you got someone that hasn't been like Kenzie has only been doing it a few years, and she's really good. You got all levels of racers, and they're all pretty dang good around here. So we're looking forward to it, and buy my T-shirts so I can afford to go. So,
Caleb.
Well, I'm just excited for more racing on the West Coast, and I think it's gonna be a great season to look forward to. Excited for February since we're gonna go do that first and get the tune-up right for the East versus West, and we'll let it rip.
Caleb, one more thing.
Yes, sir.
Hey, for the East Coast people, every Saturday night I do steak night. If you bring a steak, I'll cook it for you, and we have a good time in my camp. So,
Oh yeah.
There you go. There's your welcome invite. Bring your own bottle of whiskey.
Hey, don't forget, make sure you leave your stuff at Dome because in 2 weeks after that, Elsinore is happening.
Back, baby.
All right. Speaking from a guy that's a little spoiled having permanent racetracks, I know you guys aren't familiar with that, but speaking from my perspective, it's going to be good. I can't wait. Hopefully, Dome in February is still a good turnout. We still have the Keys Peak Snow Hill Climb coming up. Also, I know you guys aren't familiar with that, but trust me when I say you guys would have a good time. Eric, they don't sell beer by the single. You buy it by the 30-pack.
That's how you sell it.
Don't just mention me. Me and Joey will kill that.
We're gonna have to find people to drive our shit because we're not gonna be able to drive it.
Yeah, we'll put Sunny in there.
Yeah.
You can't reach the pedals in my Jeep, so. Although Damien has said y'all need to come to Gravelrama and race your shit up our hill. No, absolutely not.
Hey, one day I'm gonna send that dragster up that fucking hill. Trust me. It's on my bucket list.
Did you not see what happened to Jason Terrell? Go back and watch the episode. It was not good.
Hey,
Yeah.
no.
My stuff might actually live because I got suspension on mine.
No,
Eric's is going to be a banana. It's going to be like this.
Hey, I love the dragster, and it actually makes me have to drive it, but I'm a front engine guy, and if that dragster goes, it goes. I'm going to put that blower on the altar.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my word. Oh. All right. So with that, we are going to put a wrap on this episode of the Paddle Talk podcast. Great to have everybody along tonight. Folks, we'll see you in a week. Have a great one.